Okay, I'm ordering some new fan blades. Microphone, where's the microphone gone? Oh, give me a minute, I'm just sorting something out. It's so warm today, I've got two fans blowing on me because it's boiling. So yeah, having the fan blade at an angle, pitch angle as it cuts into the air, that was probably not a good thing to do. Especially in the centre core, so I'm adjusting the gap, the space between the you see the original cardboard one I did as a narrower spindle, and proportionally I enlarged the hole as well. But so what I'm doing this time is I've measured the actual diameter of the hole, and basically it's 12mm diameter, so I need to have a 6mm all round spacing between the hub, which is in the middle, this hub on the outside. I don't want to thin the hub down too much, otherwise I'll get too much flex, but I am going to make the discs thinner, because the cardboard ones, let's see, the thinner the discs are, the less drag you get. So the actual cardboard discs are about 0.5mm thick, so I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with something like 0.8mm thick, so I'm going to go with thinner discs. So, but I'm going to draw this. I'm going to draw one of these rotors, and then I'm going to multiply it and make copies of it. So I have to bear with me while I do this, because I want to basically draw it manually by hand. I'll only have to draw one because I can copy that and make copies of the whole thing once I've done it. But the actual tip needs to be very thin, so I'm going to be putting I'm going to measure about 0.8mm width on there in a minute when I do this. I'm just going to do one of them for now. And I'll make some adjustments. Obviously I'm not going to extrude it until I get the until I've drawn the whole thing. So you're going to see me moving stuff around a little bit, because well, I'm happy with it, so I'm going to be drawing it, and then I'm going to look at it and basically decide on. And basically I'm doing something a bit like an S array. It's going to look a bit like an S, because I want to accelerate the air at the same time, but I don't want to increase the drag too much. So it's going to be a bit of a weird looking array. I want to capitalise on the centrifugal forces without putting too much leverage on the blades themselves. I'll do away with that. Hang on a minute. I've got this idea about the as it's spinning, there's all kinds of vortexes and things taken into consideration and all that shit, and what it spins down, and I mean, a lot of the air as it's coming in will be spinning as it goes in, but I'm going to have more blades in this one as well. I'm trying to design it in such a way that I've got more blades, and the original design only had 8 of them, so I'm going to see about getting more in there. Right, so what I need to do now is select all of this lot because I want to see what it looks like, and I will have to adjust it as I go along. Right, so I'm going to get my rotation tool, and I'm going to press the copy, and I'm going to make the, oops, wrong one. I don't want to move that. I don't want to move the center point. I just want to move this thing. Hang on a minute. I need to unselect this thing. Hang on. Right, that's it. Right, let's just move this across a bit. Oops. Hang on a minute. Got to press my plus sign. Right, as you can see, the outside there's a bigger gap, so I'm going to move that over here like that. Now, what I need to do now is rotate the whole thing a bit from the center point here, and I need to get that so that it's even. Now let's measure the distance between there and there. That's 3 millimeters, that's too big, so I'm going to move that back a bit. I'm going to rotate that again. Let's measure the distance. It's 1.4 millimeters. I want it thinner than that. Flipping autosave. I thought I'd set that. Hang on a minute. Options. It's just driving me up the wall. Hang on a minute. Where's options gone? Must be under help. Oh. preferences. Where's the freaking auto save? It comes on too often. I'll set that to 30 minutes. I need to let's check the gap again. It's 1.5 millimeters. I need to move that up a bit. Actually, no, I'll leave it where it was. Oops. See what the gap is on there. It's 1.2 millimeters. I want it a bit closer than that. It wants to be really thin. If I get this right, I'll be able to get a lot more blades in there. The more the better, really. The reason for that is the tighter the blades are, the less vortices get a chance to generate, you know. Tighter equals more suction. It's touching there now, I think. No, it's not. That's good. If it's touching, it'll join itself to it, and I don't want that happening yet. Let's have a look at that. 0.6 millimeters. If it's too thin, it'll be flimsy as hell. So 0.5 millimeters. I don't want to be going smaller than that. It's about half a millimeter. What I was going to do is print one of these out and test it. That's 0.4 millimeters. That's about right. So what I need to do now is join these together on the end. I'm going to move that . I'm making slight adjustments to my array. Actually, I'll undo that a minute. Hang on. Undo that join. That should be about 0.5 millimeters there. Oh, it's 0.3. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's 0.4. That's good enough. You see, I'm printing in 0.2mm resolution, so if I keep the numbers equal to the nozzle, I'll get a better print result. That's what I'm trying to think. But it needs to be a bit more than that. Because my nozzle's slightly bigger than 0.2. That's 0.5. That's 0.5. That's 0.4. Just move that a bit. That's 0.5. That's 0.5. 0.5. I think we're good. The middle can be slightly thinner because they're quite close together, so less forces on the middle part anyway. I want to make sure I've got this this join. I don't seem to have a face on that. Oh, I know why. It's because I have opened to the end. I know, I need to close the end again. There we go. Right, it looks a bit like a snake, but something I want to try. I won't really be able to see it properly until I now I can't remember the flipping height of my blades now. I need to check it with one of these. Oops. I think it was 5mm, I think. Yeah. See what it looks like. Yeah, it looks weird. What I'm thinking about is the amount of suction that's created by this back end here, because when it's moving, there's a lot more suction at this point here, at this curve, because as it's moving, it's pushing air on this side, creates a suction on the back end here, right? This suction then it brings in the airflow, which is then carried forward by the next array, which is going to be just behind that one. So once we've got the air to move in there, then the centrifugal forces take effect, pushing it outwards to the edge, which is what I want. So I've got this slight bend, basically to release the air, to push it out of the end of the fan array. Anyway, I'm just going to do one of these just to test it. I can compare it with an existing one. It looks very thin, does that, actually. I don't even know if that's going to be really printable, but well, I want to see what it looks like. So I'm just going to undo the extrusion, because I want to select all of that, because it's on a separate group right now. Select all connected. And I have to go in increments, so an even number, so let's go with 10. We do 10. Oh, hang on, I forgot to do something. Undo. I have to make that a component, otherwise it'll make life hard. Make component. Blade 2. I already had a component with that name. Right. Could speed things up a bit now if I selected all these groups. Unselect the body. Actually, let me see, I need to move that by 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 160, I think. So let's see, 160. I hope I haven't got two overlapping, that would be not good. It's hard to tell, so I'm going to undo it. Damn it! So selected everything. Ah! You bugger. Ah! Right, undo that. Unselect that. Now, I'm going to go with 170. I should have a gap then. I can fill it there. $170. Yeah, I've got a gap. So that was right before. The 160 was right. So I'll undo that. Ah, it's unselected everything again. Hang on, let's just see. Go that. No, I can't. The 160 was right. Anyway, I'll just do that again. Ah! Am I really saving myself any time here? Don't look like it. $160. Right. Back to tens. Okay. Right. Now, if I edit this component, right, all of them are selected, but I've got the right one. Now, extrude that by, am I on the right one? Yeah, see what I mean? Cool. Isn't that cool? So is it 5mm? 5. So they all come up, look. Now it looks like a bloody fan now, doesn't it? It looked like absolute shit before. It did. It looked like, what the hell are you doing, Art? What's that? But now look at it. That looks like a flipping rotor now. I like that. And when I adjust one of them, it adjusts all of them. That looks like a turbine. A centrifugal turbine. And what you don't know is that this, everything I've just done to that has happened to this one over here. Oh no, it hasn't. You know why? I haven't merged the blades yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of those. I'm going to make a new group. I'm going to make a backup of that. I'm going to save. I'm going to dump that in another file. The reason I'm making a backup is if later on I want to change it, I can change it. I'll stick that one over there. Go back to the other file. Right, now what I have to do is to edit this group. I have to select all of these. I'll do X-ray, hang on a minute. I have to select all of this lot. I have to explode it. Oh no, I can't do that. Hang on a minute, I know what I need to do. No, if I explode it I'll destroy my link. So what I need to do is unselect the background. That's that one. I need to just explode this lot. Where is it? There. Now I need to cut now I need to turn X-ray off, edit the component. Now I need to paste it in place. Now I have to intersect faces with model. Right, has it done it yet? No, it's still doing it. Now I have to put my hole back in. Right. Now I have to go and check underneath to make sure it's intersected properly, so I have to hide this face. Hide that face. Yes, everything is intersected, look. Everything's intersected. Now, the only one problem is I've got to get rid of all these, so erase those, because that's meant to be hollow, so I need to select all of these little, otherwise I'll get errors when I slice it, so I have to get all of these. Because these are faces on an internal structure that's you shouldn't have a face inside something. It causes problems. Somebody messaged me, I don't know what that is, I'll have to check in a minute. Now I can erase them. Right, there we go, that's the back, that's the inside. Now I need to put invisible hidden geometry on, unhide, that's my bottom. Right, everything's intersected now. Now this fan array will be already incorporated in my design. Look, there we go, there it is. Because I've changed that one and all of these have changed. Look, I'll put X-ray on so you can see the other one. They're all in there somewhere. There we go. So everything that I've changed on one has changed on all of these. Right, so that has worked. I need to save it. Now the fun part is, if I export this, does it have any errors? I'm going to find out in a second. It's bloody auto-saving again. Why is it auto-saving? It can't be 30 minutes since I changed the settings. Oh no, it's because I just clicked on save, didn't I? Right, export. Right, this one, we'll call it central. Hang on. We'll call it Mark 3 Right, let's go and have a look, see if it's got any errors in it. Oh my god, look at that, no errors, no errors. I did it good. No errors at all. Right, I'm going to slice that and see what it looks like. Just see what that message was. I have no idea what that was. Check this. See how long this is going to take to print. I like to bet it's going to be like 4 hours or 5, maybe 6 hours. Because there's quite a lot of blades on there. Oh, this is going to screw up my live stream, I bet you, because it's taking up my CPU. Oh. Yeah. Oh, God, this is going to take forever to print. It's taking this long to slice. Well, let's just check my live stream's working alright. Oh, I got messages on YouTube, that's what was pinging. Well, it seems to be still working. I'll go on the phone and I'll go on the phone and answer, because otherwise I'll be live streaming that as well. Oh, it's sliced. Oh my God. Huh? It's only going to take an hour and 33 minutes. Wow. An hour and 33 minutes? Really? Oh no, something's gone wrong. Oh no, some of my blades are missing. What the hell? What's happened to that? Some of my blades are missing. Hang on, let's try slicing it with Cura. I might have to widen them blades out a bit more or something. Let's check, see if it's any. Oh, Cura sorted it out. Yeah, it looks better with Cura actually. Yeah, I'll have to use the Cura engine for this one, because it's. Well, we'll have to see what it comes out like. It's still 1 hour 36 minutes. That's pretty fast. If that only prints in 1 hour 36 minutes, I'm going to print that in about an hour and see what it comes out like. Wow, 1 hour 36 minutes, really? I thought I was expecting 6 hours for that. That's probably because I used the incrementation of about 0.5mm width on the blades, because it's basically twice the nozzle size. So that's not bad, is it? Considering that's what the print result should be. I have no idea why Slicer couldn't slice that properly, I just don't know. Might be something in my settings that's a bit off. Maybe it's just ignoring some of the walls, I don't know. But anyway. Okay, so let me just go into YouTube and see what these chat messages are on my phone. Oh, Alan's on there. Was it Alan? Well, okay Alan, I know I've got the horrible noise back again. I'll turn the CPU throttling back off again, hang on. That should reduce some of that noise. Right, YouTube was to. It's strange that I got a ping on here, but I didn't actually hear nothing. No chat box popped up on me, I don't know why. Right, so where's my chat messages?
It's strange that I got a ping on here, but actually nothing, no chat box popped up on here, I don't know why. Right, so where's my chat messages?
I don't see any chat thing on here.
I don't see any chats on here.
That's odd. I'm just trying to find out what's going on with this. Why does it make a ping and then... Oh, is it Messenger? Nope, it's not Messenger. Your channel, try that. Where's the chat thing on it?
Your channel, try that.
I'll try the desktop version and see if there's a chat there.
What's the chat?
Ah, top chat.
Try the desktop version and see if there's a chat there.
Let's see. Well, that's weird.
Top chat.
Well, I can't see any chat on here. I'm just gonna go. I'll have to look at it on the computer. I'm no good with these iPhone smartphone things. I still learn how to use the damn thing. And so, because I've got more blades on here, we should have much more suction on it. What's the gap between these anyway? Let's see. We've got, oh my god, 1.6mm spacing between these gaps. Well, that's okay. I want to try it out anyway. That's going to be pretty tight. Alright then, I'll go and check the chat in a minute. I'm just going to cancel the stream for now because that's it for now. I've got to print this out and basically test it out and see what it behaves like.